Happy Saturday. Welcome to your next Q&A with Marty and Grace. And we're going to jump right into our question today. We got a great question, which was, can you describe a bear encounter?
The opening story in the book, of course, is quite true. I was laying there sleeping on the ground about midnight, quite a ways from the campsite, and I woke up to noises.
Okay, can I just say something about noises in the woods real quick before you continue with your bear story? Anybody who has camped or has spent time in the outdoors will know that everything sounds bigger when you're in the woods.
Except this one. This one was about 500 pounds. It was about
so that was a real big one.
It was about 10 feet away. I froze like a stone pillar. I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't do anything, which saved my life because this 500-pounder walked right past me and headed for the campsite. So the bear was pretty well past me before I went, oh my God.
What is that smell?
Smells like that's what probably brought me back out of my paralysis.
The stench of the bear. And nobody ever thinks about, all right, we have a wardrobe malfunction, people. Nobody ever thinks about what a bear smells like. I mean, it was something, when I was reading his notes, he's describing the smell of the bear, and I'm like, do a bears smell? I mean, apparently they do.
But we did see the bear stand up on all fours, and it was a big bear.
Yeah. And I actually there is a chapter in the book, A Grizzly Birthday, where I was there, unfortunately, for that grizzly bear encounter. It's very different when you see a bear out in the wild than when you see a bear behind an enclosure at the zoo.
It's scary enough to see them at the zoo.
It's scary enough, but then when you know there's nothing separating you from a grizzly bear.
About 5 seconds, they are fast.
And you had the two bear cubs on your Wild West trip.
Oh yeah, that was, actually that's a different trip, but I was up in Canada, and
there's too many bear. I can't keep them all straight.
That's a sort of as funny as a bear encounter can be. I was in the tent not feeling well, and I'm laying in the tent trying to get some sleep, and my buddies are laughing at me, going, "Oh, look out for the bears!" Oh, you're right, look out for the bears. Just be quiet, will you? And then the tent starts shaking, and then I can hear their voices off in the distance, and the tent's still rattling back and forth, and I'm going, "What are you doing?" And I started to get out of the tent, and there's two bear faces, not one.
So you unzip the door, and there's two bears staring at you.
Now they were little bears.
Little bears.
So
little bears.
What?
But what is always nearby when you have little bears?
Well, when they ran away, I'm going, oh my God. There's usually a
mama bear. And she's usually not happy.
So the fact that I'm still here tells you that
you survived.
The mama bear never showed up. But my tent needed some repair work after that.
So, yes, if you want to read more about the bear encounters, we've got several stories in Tent for Seven. We can confirm this. Bears really do live in the woods. And that'll wrap up our Q&A for today. But as always, please submit your questions. We love doing these. We're so happy to answer everything, and we will see you next weekend.